What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge is now seeing trouble knocking right at that New York Attorney General Letitia James' doorstep. This newest update, we got Representative Jim Jordan coming forth, launching new attacks on the Attorney General that potentially get her moved from that seat as Attorney General, tossed into the streets, and we could also potentially see her facing disciplinary actions, maybe even some jail time. I'm excited to get into the update to see exactly what kind of dirt, corruption Jim Jordan has uncovered on Miss Letitia James. So we get straight to the clips, and I'll give my thoughts on the back end, guys. Definitely stick around to the end. So I get my thoughts on the back end. Also, YouTube, push this video out. Definitely stick around until the end, you guys. But let's get straight to the news. Before we do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me, and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Yo, let's get into it, y'all.
Letitia James, litigious Letitia James is being threatened by Jim Jordan with a subpoena over the Trump trial. We approve because she is not coughing up the information she should give. So Jim Jordan should drag her before their committee. Here's the headline. This is from the Washington Examiner. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Of course, subscribe, ring that bell, then you won't miss out on any news every day. I do about 4 articles a day. Letitia James threatened with subpoena over Trump prosecutor Colangelo. Okay. House Republicans are pursuing Democratic New York Attorney General Letitia James to provide records related to her former employee, Matthew Colangelo, who helped secure a criminal conviction against former President Donald Trump last month. They're assuming she is not the person in charge. It's Colangelo who, remember, he stepped down from the Department of Justice, did a massive, went down 3 job positions to go work with Alvin Bragg on this case. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan, Republican Ohio, wrote in a letter to James on Tuesday that he will report to subpoenaing her for the documents if she does not respond to his requests, which he first made 1 month ago. The chairman gave her a new deadline of July 2nd to report to him, noting she did not respond at all to the initial letter he wrote in May. This is what Fani Willis does too. They just deny them. They deny them. Now, other people who deny them, they do not get in trouble. But if you're a Republican and you deny Democrats, you go to jail like Steve Bannon. Republicans first launched an inquiry into Colangelo last year. Around the same time, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, with the help of Colangelo, brought criminal charges against Trump. Bragg first enlisted Colangelo in December of 2022 to help with the white-collar prosecutions. At the same time, the district attorney was planning behind the scenes for a grand jury to indict Trump. Colangelo was working in a senior role at the Biden Department of Justice on civil litigation, and he had little experience with white-collar prosecution. So why did they need him other than to politically put this hit together against Trump? Colangelo did, however, have a wealth of knowledge about Trump from his time in Letitia James's office. Before working at the DOJ, Colangelo worked under Letitia James while she was conducting a 3-year investigation into Trump, which culminated in James bringing a massive civil lawsuit against the former president and his real estate company. Colangelo was involved in James's civil case and also led federal initiatives, which involved at the same time filing lawsuits against the Trump administration, as well as investigating the Trump Foundation. So suddenly, these are like professional hit pieces against Trump, where they professionally stacked up their Democrats in the proper places. They needed them throughout New York. And then they launched them all on Trump all at once, but only after Trump announces he's running for president. You got to remember, all this stuff with Letitia James, all these old real estate things were all known before Trump ran for president. And many of them were known before Trump ran for president the first time in 2016 and the second time he ran in 2020. They did nothing. It wasn't until this time that they dragged these things up and ran it against Trump, which is pretty suspicious as far as timing goes. Amid Trump's trial, Jordan revealed his inquiries into Colangelo, saying in his letter to James back in May The Colangelo's, quote, employment history demonstrates his obsession with investigating a person rather than prosecuting a crime, unquote. I agree with that assessment. You just look at the evidence at what his career involved with, and wherever the best way he can hit Trump, that's the job he takes. Jordan said Tuesday that his committee is, quote, continuing to conduct oversight of politically motivated prosecutions by the state and local officials, and that Bragg had, quote, engaged in an unprecedented abuse of authority. So this reaches into Alvin Bragg also. Now, and I'd be shocked if when Trump wins, if we don't go after these people. We need to go after them, throw them in jail if necessary. That's what they did to Trump's team. Trump has to do it back to them using the same rules. Quote, notably, Bragg's prosecution has been led in part by Mr. Colangelo, a former prosecutor in your office and subsequent senior Justice Department official to the Biden administration. That ties the Justice Department to what Letitia James is doing to Trump in the courts. As such, the committee continues to seek information and documents related to Mr. Colangelo's employment at the New York Attorney General's office. Jordan has requested from James a sweeping set of records, including any internal communications Colangelo had about Trump, while there are any communications Colangelo had with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, the Democrat National Committee, or the Biden campaign about Trump. Now, and this also goes into Colangelo's former employers at the Department of Justice. They can get the emails on the other end because they're both talking to each other. We all know those emails are there. That's why they don't want to turn them over. They could easily do a search with all these with these things. They are not going to answer it. That is to admit guilt because all the dirt's going to be there in all of their emails. In fact, I would guess with the level of intelligence that Jim Jordan probably has access to, they probably already have the emails, perhaps through hackers or through servers. They probably already have the emails that show that they're guilty, and that's why they asked for them. They're just, they just can't, you can't legally do that. You can't tap phones and all that, but they probably already have them if I know the way intelligence works. What do you guys think? Does Letitia James get smacked with this subpoena, or is this another do nothing from the politicians where all they can do is send threatening letters? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you still on board supporting Trump? Do you still defend him in this case? Do you defend Jim Jordan too?
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. For those of you who want to go over there and check that out, I'll ask you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug a bit of love. Oh my goodness, guys. There we have it. We just seen New York Attorney General and all of her corruption finally catching up to where, this Colangelo character that has worked in various with district attorneys, and attorney generals like Miss Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, especially when we're seeing him dropping down, coming down the ranks in order to come after Donald Trump. He was said to have been, on the Biden administration, a senior official in the Department of Justice, coming all the way down to work with these local level district attorneys, attorney generals. All this only leads one to wonder, it looks way too convenient, every single time, one of these local level prosecutors are coming after Donald Trump. This guy drops down and he is employed in order to help him out. And it seems like he is the one running this. He is on point. All of these cases, these charade cases that come after Donald Trump. If that's the case, boy, are they in some hot water, you guys. We already know what Trump has said is going to happen once he, takes over, takes the White House. Later on this year, he's going to go ahead and have to seek retribution. We already know he's going to appoint a very favorable attorney general in order to come at them with that same, that same heat that they threw at Trump, all the obstacles that he had to jump over, the hoops that he had to jump through in order to take the White House. Tossing it right back at the other side, letting them know how it feels to be in front of that weapon that they've created, brought about and used against Trump. So we never see this legal lawfare again. The weaponization of the Department of Justice system in order to interfere with the 2024 elections is just not right. This is not how we should do our elections, going after political opponents. It's just not, we should leave our justice system out of this. And I think Trump has to serve the lesson, show all these rogue justices that have come after him a lesson once and for all. But right now, it seems like New York Attorney General Letitia James has all eyes on her. The spotlight's on her. Jim Jordan says he's been requesting this information, various communications between Colangelo about Donald Trump, actually requesting every single email or communication that includes anything from, the Biden administration or to the Biden administration about Trump. or just within the Attorney General's office. I feel like there is some dirt because she hasn't sent or forked over the information yet. We know we've seen this previously with other district attorneys, attorney generals like DA Fannie Willis over in Fulton County, Georgia, where she just blatantly ignores it. She believes that she is above the law. When it comes time for her to, answer why she's not sending over these documents that are being requested, blatantly ignoring all requests from, the oversight committees, is because she thinks that she doesn't have to send it. And that's what we're seeing right here. They believe that they're above the law and that, there is a two-tier system of justice. And that right there is what everyone is trying to point out right now. These rogue justices, the law does not apply to them. They've got the blindfold off of Lady Justice in order to come after Donald Trump. It's time that we on this side start showing our power. Representative Jim Jordan needs to stop sending all these threats and start doing a little bit more. That's, just in my honest opinion, I feel like we need to stop gearing up, letting them know, hey, we're looking for this, or we're going to do this next. If no, we need to just go ahead and do it, hit the subpoena. Just not seeing this need for the back and forth, threatening and shouting match that feels like we're having. We need to see some action being, because we see what they did to Bannon. Go ahead and arrest her like they did with Bannon. I think there needs to be jail time for attorney generals or district attorneys, all these justices that, blatantly ignore oversight committees and, who they're supposed to be reporting to. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you think we'll see Jim Jordan following through on this one, guys, actually pursuing Miss Letitia James to the fullest and getting this information out of her, or maybe seeing some jail time, guys? Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button and share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible. You guys share the truth, and also make sure you guys hit that like button. Doesn't cost one thing, you guys. Hit that like button for your boy. Also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next week.